but I could not get it open.
Did we make a copy of that?
On stage.
No, because Janelle had called and asked me if I
Every
needed
day.
anything printed, and I told her no, but I had not seen them. Okay. So
I
couldn't
couldn't
get
get
it
it
downloaded.
down. Yeah.
So usually in a case like that,
they
they can still be on there. You just can vote on it, or say, you know.
But the thing is
go
they
vote on it.
we don't.
Because maybe they have, right?
Well, yeah, they do.
Financials, they're just not necessarily one person that can see them.
Yeah, but it used to be if somebody.
It would just be simply like, I'm not
You
prepared
know, every little
to vote
thing
on
in
that,
the
because I
memo.
just didn't get a chance to see them.
Okay.
So that way it's
It's
kind of
each I hope the right person doesn't have. to.
Okay, yeah. So just, I can go print them out for you so you can have them.
Do you mind?
Do you want me to do it right now?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just do it. We can start immediately
Oh.
if we need to.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's this? An activity card?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never gotten one of these before.
You haven't?
Man.
My year and a half
Oh,
of service.
you mean on presentation?
Yeah.
That's something you,
All
your hard work.
That's payment?
yes.
Well,
Yes.
geez,
No.
I need one for next
Plus the
year then
district's like
too.
$40.
40 bucks less.
We're going out on a limb there.
40 bucks. Well,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I tried to download that like 3 different times and it just wouldn't.
Is it PDF like yours?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And I don't want to download anything on my phone. Every time it asks me to go into the Google Drive and open it up and wants me to download that thing. I gotta tell Kevin, why the heck do you want that?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot.
See, mine says, so I click on it and then I click download, open in,
She did whistleblowing,
downloads.
but I mean,
Doesn't
there's
pull
so
up.
much information. It's just, we could talk, I could talk for hours and hours, but I won't.
There's a lot of stuff that came out with freedom of information.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 75-year-old.
So they knew.
Yeah.
So would you like me to see if Laura can get in touch, it would be the clerk that we would talk to next?
Yeah, fill out,
So any pushback about
What's the best way?
call it, get them.
Anthony?
Nope. None. He's, Kelsey already asked. Already told
Like you.
He's gonna get him out there.
Okay.
He, if Kristen shows up, Kristen will take him out there.
Can we drop your name?
Introduce him to the family.
Okay.
And she'll come
His
back.
landing ring.
Yeah, she called up.
Because you want her to do a job.
She got my anxiety attack.
There's a solid.
Yeah.
It was bad. I didn't realize.
Didn't make me laugh.
That, you were the
She
only
got 2
one.
long scratches up the
Yeah,
arm.
we appreciate it.
There,
She
there
had a
would,
big bite
maybe
mark right
just.
here. It was about that big around. And then on the side, it's about that
We
big.
appreciate it.
Okay. She.
Yeah.
Hit, you know, hit
Well, you know what,
Kristen's
though?
finger open again, cut it open.
He brought it out. And so.
Do
I
those
think the
two
chairs
now
out
that
there,
we're ready?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're
Oh, I
so
thought there
thick.
would be
More
more.
on campus.
No, we just gotta keep it this way.
I think they do. I think part of the problem is where the meetings are.
Well.
That, and I think
Jason,
the idea is.
he does all the testing.
Read.
So when we're talking about,
Well, that's on the ballot.
yeah.
Oh, that could be put on the
Jason
ballot,
addressed that.
Well.
So
but not
is
to
it
change.
like written out somewhere?
It
It's
will.
hard by doing meetings.
He's-
I used to do.
He does all the testing.
Not.
Hi.
You're probably a little sweaty and.
No.
It's got a
Right.
propane.
Hi.
They don't mind doing that. Tracy.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Yeah, but boy, it would really help. That's why people aren't there.
Well, if we can get the Zoom set up.
And I know some people don't
It's not that hard. I don't know. And what is going on with the board wire? Because I do see it and stuff. At times when they're not even using. I mean, it's just
anything that asking you to.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so just
Get
to
the
let you
mail
know.
in.
Tomorrow's a big day for us, for sure.
I guess it's hard to innovate for the record.
We're getting some stuff taken care of here.
If you're not recording it now.
I haven't had a chance to read any of it.
I.
Not very well.
And it's before.
Thursday. It's different from what we used to do. They can, for me on my phone. It's like with your eye, you can go up,
something that
on my
works.
phone, I have to scroll past it. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
yeah,
suspect it's
I can
not.
go,
As
I can
everything
look.
that they just don't want to do.
yeah,
Well, now it's all coming
yeah, and then I can go to the end, and I can look there and at the end. It's like, that's, and I can,
Yeah. you
like,
put it-
where's the big percentage? So,
Okay.
but on my phone, I can't.
Yeah, I couldn't get it downloaded, so I'm gonna have to review it. Okay, so there isn't anything in policy as to say what that assessment looks like.
It's all.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
So-
because
Well, hopefully here.
he does all the psychiatry, psychology. He does all the.
That's
He does all the things that I guess he's been doing.
Morris, how are you?
Been doing it.
What do we got here?
We can get to the games.
So tomorrow,
Wonderful service. You know,
Yeah.
you and I think somebody else.
I thought it was Thursday. I
okay.
think it's Thursday.
And then will we
And
build
one
a
gets-
policy around that? So when
And
these
so,
things
I mean,
keep
the only
happening.
time
I mean, we can, but it's all gonna be based on an individual basis.
Sometimes I
What
like to
happens, I
make
mean,
it
because it's, you gotta take into
play
account
the games.
how many prior things can happen.
Right.
I spend a lot of time going to games still.
And
Just add a game, came here, and then I go back for another game.
sparking
Yeah.
that, then that's gonna be part of it. So,
Don't give me that. But
yeah,
somebody
there is
called
a policy that Chris said we need to have.
Someone is trying to.
They just passed it.
Well, that would be-
It's gonna affect July.
Okay,
Because you
I
can't
don't-
restrain
I
a
got an
kid in the
email
state of Idaho.
earlier today.
No, but there's some
That's it.
things you
I
can.
think we had to
Right.
call today. and,
We just gotta make sure we have the policy to allow us to.
Yeah, as you know, the
Yeah, we
school
can't
goes
do
the way we are.
Strap them down.
That's gotta go.
Yeah.
Electric. I mean,
Well,
nice,
some kids.
yeah. So I was looking at it and saying that. that's
I think we can
what
talk about it.
Probably in the next couple of months.
I don't,
Okay.
And have that. Have
I
that.
don't think it's on there.
Yeah.
Hiring.
And I'm happy to go through some of that.
And I'll talk to Jason to see what
So,
he,
no.
what that entails. You know, that-
Yeah,
Good evening.
just because people are asking,
Well-
okay, great, what does that mean?
Cause I imagine he probably sits there and answer, what's making you think? Why did you do that? You wouldn't ask those particular questions because there might be something.
6:03.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's
Fees. Maybe we
testing
can talk
you
about
can
under
use that,
Absolutely. And he does all the whisk,
Sorry,
the whisk and
Yes,
stuff,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Whisk and waste,
Okay.
Yep.
I thought the B there was for superintendent. But yes, you can get on good.
You're late.
Yeah, we share.
hi, I've got your,
And I should have brought that.
cooler in the car, in the receipt.
Maybe somebody else has got.
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaur.
My,
We waiting for the
my
time
niece
slot.
got it when she was like 2, of course she didn't pick it out. But I need to represent it where it was like.
I haven't had one since May.
Welcome back.
If I screw up, let me know.
Janelle is right there.
Janelle will let me, someone will let me know. Okay. You ready?
Me too. Ready.
Okay.
What's up? Oh, I just got it. Let's catch some of the JV game if I can.
All right, I'll go quick. Okay, I'd like to call to order our regular school board meeting for Garden Valley School District number 71. Today is Tuesday, September 19th, 2023, and it is 6:05 PM. Can I get a roll call, please?
Trace Goff.
Clay Tucker?
Morris Morgan, George Simpson.
Kylie Peters. Everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, item number 4, approve and adopt agenda. Do I have a motion to approve and adopt agenda?
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the agenda as written. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
I,
Aye. Okay, item number 5, consent agenda. A, approval of minutes from the regular board meeting August 16th, 2023, and the special board meeting September 5th, 2023. Item B, the treasurer's report, and item C, payment of bills and journal entries.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda as listed and read.
Madam Chair, I will second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, item number 6, delegations and reports. A, superintendent report, Mr. Patrick Goff.
Well, not much to report. There's been a lot of action that we'll probably be apprised of that later on down the road. Things are looking better. I think we're starting to get staffing in the right direction, in the right area. We're working together very hard in making sure everybody's safe. We have the $20,000 for safety of the school that's given out this year for that. Other than that, just working hard to get the audit done now, and the audit should be done. I think Gabe's going to have all the information to him in the next 6 days, and then the audit will be run. So hopefully we'll have the audit ready to be presented to you in October.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
Yep.
All right, thank you. Item B, principal report, Steve Lynch.
Thank you.
It is that time of the year where we start honing in on the incidents. Last year, we were averaging about 6.5 to 7 was our average per week, or I'm sorry, per day. Based on the first 3 weeks, we're actually in week number 5. We're scrubbing through week 4's data and then this week's, but for the first 3 weeks, we're averaging about 4 incidents per day. And I was looking at the numbers for week 4 and week 5 combined. We're closer to about 3 per day. Students are, from our perspectives and the analysis of the data, they are understanding of the behaviors and expectations. And I think those numbers are going to start to go down as we get into the school year a little bit further. And you can see here, the positive thing that we have seen here is that based on the numbers, if you go to the second column on the top right-hand side, you can see incidents per grade. And actually, you can see that the middle school is not as dramatic as it was last year. So it's a really positive step going forward. And the one correlation that we can make is actually the school teachers that are in place for the middle school. So I think that's the one positive correlation that we can make. And so this is the initial set of data for incidents. Next month, we'll get into it a lot tighter. Questions that I can answer from, yes.
You have quarter distributions and you've got numbers for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. And
Yeah, we were using a template from last year, so
Okay.
the bottom 3 figures can actually be all scrubbed out.
Okay.
And then there's even including the male, female, so we're using it based upon the sheets. And so we haven't entered that part of the
Okay,
data.
all
But
right.
great catch there, though. You read my mind.
And semester 1.
Yeah.
Okay, Principal Edge,
Yeah.
I know that we can feel that we had more incidents last year. Is there any way to actually do a year-over-year comparison?
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys would like to do that, what I would actually ask to do is probably on the quarters,
Okay.
so that we
that's
can
fine.
do it. We can certainly do it, but I think quarter is a better analysis of it. Same thing with semester, 3 quarters, and the entire year. And then if you guys would like to continue to talk to Superintendent Goff and just let him know the specific metrics that you want to see side by side, we can compile every single data. We can do locations, AM, PM. We can do all of the breakdowns as needed. So please let us know. And we're doing that right now, but by and large, we do feel that the staff, there was close to about an 80% staff retention rate. And with that, consistency is really good. Same thing with the expectations and how they follow through. So with each continuous year, with the majority of the staff, if it's 80% that we're going to operate at, it's only going to get better in the future.
Okay.
Any other questions with this?
So I would just want to paraphrase a little bit, your general overall feeling is better.
It is better. We've had this week was a little bit higher than what we'd like to see, but once again, the correlation here is this is homecoming week. and during homecoming week or natural breaks, the incidences are going to get higher. One of the other weeks that's going to be really interesting for us to do side-by-sides, to your point, is when we come back from Thanksgiving break, which is a little bit longer, or when we come back from first semester to second semester. And this is where we are already in the pre-conversation stages of how to reteach some of the expectations before they go, and then when they come back as well. But to that point, we will definitely do a side-by-side comparison. I think this is great short-term data and then long-term data too.
All right, thank you, Principal Lynch.
I have one more item as well. I've asked all the certified teachers to do action research. We have a book, and I am running action research for me on the entire staff, which includes the students as well. So if you guys come through the main entrance and you see two set of scoreboards, it's called the Gouda Best, and it's because I am a foodie, and I want to see if students by classes and as a staff, if they actually do better based on competition. And so the competitions includes, we pick fantasy football teams in both pro and college. We're tracking incidents per grade level. We're also tracking behavior, or not incidents, but missing assignments per grade level. And there's literally a scoreboard. And so right now, all of this is accessible to every single student via Google Classroom. And if they see that they are behind or they're ahead, is that going to dictate any of their decision-making on a personal one-on-one level and as a group? And those numbers are going to be compiled probably in the spring, but there is a monthly prize or reward or incentive, and then there'll be a semester reward as well. The semester one is going to bowling and or Topgolf, taking them to In-N-Out, and then doing a college visit. And it's an opportunity for them to get out of campus, have some fun, but then experiencing something educational. And then I'm just tracking the data to see if that makes any positive impact on their decision-making on a day-to-day basis. And they are exposed to this. I'm going to be sending out an email to all the families here in the next couple of weeks so that they understand what it is. And then if they want to see what this actually does, we would encourage the parents to ask their students or their child, can you show this to me? Go onto Google Classroom and they can see all of this, because one of our initiatives is to communicate, but then also be transparent with our communication. And this is a trophy that's going to be going from class to class on a weekly basis, and then we'll have the class on here, and then you can see this is a slice of cheese, and then just Gouda Best, something just fun and hopefully a little bit creative at the same time.
Is it for all grades or just high school?
Actually, the only one it is applicable for is grades 6 through 12 right
Okay.
now. There's a few things that we don't want it to interrupt the educational process, but I think there's opportunities for potentially grades 4 and 5, but one of the things that we don't want to overdo is just get into the competitive element too soon, and then the overemphasis on GPAs when it still should be about learning. So this is something that we'll evaluate to see how we can make it better moving forward.
Great.
Anything
It's
else?
very fun.
Question,
Yeah.
this could be a yes or no. Is there a way to scrub the data so that you know if there is an improvement, it is due to this year and not other factors?
You can, absolutely. Now, it's just, with all of this there's just so many tests that you can run, and then you have to start isolating which of the variables that you want. It could be done.
Okay.
And then once again, it's the numbers are going to tell the story, and then you can paint the narrative based upon those variables. So if you guys want to see certain ones, I can do it for all of the 6, 7.
No, I'll just, because the school there's quite a few things that we're trying to achieve.
Sure.
To work towards that goal.
Yeah.
And
I think this is, when Superintendent Goff was mentioning this in the spring, he was talking about the fun aspect, which oftentimes gets neglected. And so this is a fun incentive, and then hopefully it's on the team concept as well. But I'm optimistic. I think a couple of the things they are conscientious of their behaviors, and I think it is making a small impact thus far.
thank you.
And then I am just heading over to concession, so I apologize for ducking out.
You're
Keep
fine.
in mind for us.
Thank you. Okay, item number 7, community forum and agenda items.
Good.
Yeah. All right, then moving on to item number 8, executive session 74-206, subsection 1. An executive session at which members of the public are excluded may be held, but only for the purpose and only in the manner set forth in this section. The motion to go into executive session shall identify the specific subsections of this section that authorize the executive session. There shall be a roll call vote on the motion, and the vote shall be recorded in the minutes. An executive session shall be authorized by a 2/3 vote of the governing body. An executive session may be held 74-206, subsection 1, A, to consider hiring a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual agent wherein the respective qualities of individuals are to be evaluated in order to fill a particular vacancy or need. This paragraph does not apply to filling a vacancy in an elective office or deliberations about staffing needs in general. B, to consider the evaluation, dismissal, or disciplining of, or to hear complaints or charges brought against a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual agent or public school students. Items discussed in executive session this evening will be staff qualifications, student issue, and superintendent evaluation. Do I have a roll call to go into executive session? Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
Madam Chair, I move that we go into executive session based on Idaho Code 74-206, subsections 1, A, and B.
Madam Chair, I will second that.
Roll call? Roll
Oh,
call.
Trey Scott.
Clay Tucker.
Horace Morgan, aye.
George Simpson, aye.
Kylie Peters, aye.
Oh, I.
Okay. Everybody's aye. All right, we'll be back.
Aye.
Hello. I have some good news. Yeah, I'm here at the board, attended by our triumvirate relapse man, Clay. And, yeah, they're going into executive session. Woo. So I talked to him, he did listen to the video, he is interested. And we talked, and he said, contact the clerk and get on the schedule.
Wow, Boise County?
Yep, and he was curious about how Washington County and reacted. I said, I think they were positive, and also I told him that Idaho County was very positive. That's true, right? Okay. So,
Idaho County was Idaho County was very positive, and Gordon Wilkerson from Washington County he is a staunch supporter of us. He wants me to get back on.
oh, good.
Washington County to present again to bring a action item of basically a resolution for them to say yay or nay on to basically declare that they do not support this at all on the child schedule.
Excellent.
And then they sign an action letter to the AG to request a forensics investigation and a health audit.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, so that's perfect.
But he said two guys from Idaho County are with him on that.
Excellent.
But I believe it when I see it.
Right.
But they were wonderful. And then
Excellent.
the other thing is that, so Gordon will sign the letter, but for the county as a unit, that he has to have one more, either Linden or Nate.
Okay,
And so he is hoping that my next presentation compels them to sign, to ask for the current, he was, he's one of them, and he thinks actually, he thinks one of them will do it.
yeah,
He thinks Linden will do it if Idaho County does it.
mhm.
But-
Yeah, that's kind of the feeling I get, is they need,
Percent again,
Yeah.
that's all I can do.
yep, so I would recommend that you get in touch with the clerk. I gave you all contact info.
Oh, you did? Oh, you did it?
Yeah, I emailed you several things, this last No, not today, a few days ago.
For the Boise clerk?
For the Boise clerk, yep.
Okay.
Her name is,
I do remember that.
right.
I didn't know that he was accepted.
I didn't find out until just 5 minutes ago.
What?
Yeah, because I've been pestering him on the phone. And he wasn't, and my messages weren't really getting through. They were getting kind of garbled and stuff.
He must not be CSG for him to even.
No, he's not. Yeah. Yes, oh, he definitely does. And he said the clerk isn't really happy with him because he was the lone person who stood over his budget, away from his budget, and so bad. Yeah, but he is a really good guy. He's very quiet, but very good thinking. And he listened to all the people and he was very impressed. I think it was, Jancy. He was very impressed by that. Yeah. So I just wanted to put that in there to give you some good news for tonight.
It is good news.
Yes.
So, I have a Art Bureau presentation next week, on Tuesday night, and it's insurance, and, I don't know if you know Dr. David Wiseman.
Yes. Well, I don't know him personally, but I know who he is, and I've listened to his talks.
Okay.
He's very, very techy.
He is techy, he's very smart.
Oh, yeah.
He takes great studies,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Really great studies. And he's doing the most work following the throwback, the FDA and the CDC.
Those
And
quirks.
the ACIP, right? He's
Yeah.
in charge of that.
Oh, good.
And all the colleagues, all the scientists kind of take his comments, and that's what they use to report people what's happening.
Yeah.
Like Toby Rogers. Well, and like Toby Rogers watches them too, just like Dr. Weiser. They're not the only two that really know all the ins and outs of what's happening in those vaccine wars.
Right.
Okay, he said, because I'm going to an insurance presentation, he said, man, you really need to speak their language. He goes, I'll reach out to Ed Dowd and see if.
Okay. All right. That is so cool. That is just the best thing ever. That is so good. He is so amazing, Ed Dowd is.
I know.
Yeah.
I've heard him so many times, I've never got a response, so I really have to just leave it up to God, and if this is
Yeah.
gonna work, and we'll respond to Dr. Wiseman. I'm sure he knows who Dr. Wiseman is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, I just gotta leave it to the Lord to, find my moment.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, totally pray about it, and then,
Yeah, so I think the next meeting is in October sometime, so just call the clerk. She will make sure you get a form that needs to be filled out and do all that stuff. But like Clay said, yeah, he's into it. He wants to hear more.
Okay, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
okay, that would be great, and I can even, kind of reach out to you, we would be interested in hearing, because Dr. Francis Bill said it's on his, schedule, she has room on his schedule, hopefully, too.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it should be awesome to have Mr. Dow, but.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know, Jancy and Sasha for sure.
Oh, Sasha's so awesome. Yes. Yeah, those three, that would be, and if you could get it down, that would just be so amazing. So the other thing I wanted to tell you that I sent you, I don't know if it's useful. I took all of your references and I added titles in front of them so that people would actually know what they're about instead of just the links.
They're amazing. So I saw that you said, I haven't been able to click it open yet. I saw that you said that.
Right. And, right. Oh, no, I'm not. I just work hard. And so I also gave you a few suggestions for some possible alternative links. Yeah, it's in there. It's all in there. Okay.
I don't know if there's, a nice time where we can kind of go over, because also, for us, for Lucas wants to see it, because the one thing that we really want to try to do is focus in, have a part on there that Lucas says, okay, regarding the kids, the children, the child schedule.
Right.
So they want to be able to know,
well, of course, Clay is on the CDH, so that the more he hears it, the more he's gonna have an influence. And so is Dr. Cole. I mean, you got two really good people right there.
Yes.
And
Oh my gosh, I got a text from Nicole tonight going, what did I get my policy? I'm so excited.
yeah, that was great. And then the other thing I sent was a suggestion for how we can make that resolution maybe a little bit easier to understand, but
I love it.
it'll be tearing it apart and starting over, which I know is hard to do. But what I suggested is that you figure out exactly, just write completely without wording wherefores and whyfores and all that. Just figure out what exactly you want to accomplish. Then use the therefores to say that's what I want to do, and then go out back with the whereases to support all that. So that was my idea.
Well, I don't know if you have time, you know, even maybe next weekend, because I have a little time before October 7th before I have to present it. But if maybe next week or this coming weekend, I don't know what day was second, it's the weekend right now, but it's not. That's how great. But if you have any other week perhaps this weekend, I would be, you know, maybe even just if you have 2 minutes. Everything, and I'd love to make sure I understand what you're saying.
Okay,
And, you know, revamp it.
okay.
And, unless you already revamped.
No, I didn't touch it because I didn't understand it well enough. I think you need to do that, and I think, yeah, so if you would look at the emails that I sent you this week, including something, yeah, and if you need me to send them again, I can do that, so you have right after another.
I got it.
Yeah, and then we learned about something on the Highwire that I think is really interesting, is that they started a new ICANN legislate for model bills and a constitutional amendment and all kinds of really good stuff. So that's in one of those emails as well. And it may be, yes. Oh, I know you have, and that's why that's why I'm still talking to you. That's why I wanted to call you right away, because I figured you just haven't had a chance, but all that's in there. And I think, I tried to make it really clear, so if it's not clear, and you say, hey, we need to talk about this, I don't understand it, that's fine, but if you go ahead and look at it first. And then, you know, if we need to talk about it afterwards, because you may need to sit and think about it rather than have me yak at you.
Well, yes, I do need to look at it first. I work, tomorrow and Thursday, I'm in Nampa all day.
Yep.
Working in the clinic, and that is just crazy. As a
Well, here's-
person in a young woman's job there.
Yeah.
Running with my hair on fire.
So here's a suggestion. Take all those emails and print them out. And take them with you. And then you can read them and mark them. Because I find that if I try to read stuff on a screen, it's not as efficient. So if you print it out, then you'll see what I'm talking about. And I also made a suggestion for Substack for maybe making the contacts kind of interesting. So,
Yes.
so they're just,
I'll call, you know what, I'll call them on my way into work, probably, if not tomorrow, then Thursday morning.
we'll call the clerk.
It's a 2.5 hour drive. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find, you know, I know I saw it, because I clearly, I've opened it all. I just have to look through these a little better.
Okay, so just let me know if you want me to resend anything, and I will, because sometimes if I would resend everything right after one after another, you'll just get them, and they won't get mixed up with all the other stuff. You know, so,
Okay, I'll let you know.
Let me know.
I'll print it out right now.
Okay.
If I can't find it, I'll just,
okay.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, I think I sent about 4 or 5 of them, so I might have inundated you.
Oh, no, that's okay. So I need to update, it's, let's see, you know, yeah, I'll just have to go back.
Okay.
Well, and thank you so much for the good news, and I hope, like, I'd love to, is there a day that you can or can't, any particular day? It's Boise County, so are they, when do they normally meet?
You'd have to check with the clerk. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna physically go, but I would certainly be happy to listen on a Zoom call or something. Because it's just,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, think about it, pray about it. It doesn't mean you have to be upfront.
No, it's just, I think,
And then back.
it's the drive to Idaho City, it's just too terrifying.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, that's the only issue.
What city is it in Boise County?
It's called Idaho City.
Idaho City, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I think we're getting closer to something. I don't know what, but I think that we've got some pieces in, they're starting to come together.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm excited. I'm a little overwhelmed, but, I just gotta take it a day at a time.
Yeah, but that's why I suggested you print things out rather than try to look them on the screen. You'll be able to, I find if I get away from the computer, I can think better.
Yes, I feel the same way.
Yeah. How's Bridger doing, by the way?
He's doing great.
Oh, good.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna call him right after I get off the phone with you. He's, at least so far, last time I talked to him, like 2 days ago, he's doing good, but
Well, that's
I got a
good.
little sidetracked and I haven't talked to him today or yesterday because I was working. And, I need to call.
Yeah.
But he was doing one.
Oh, great.
He feels good, he got his teeth fixed, he's
Wow.
going to the chiropractor, he went to his doctor appointment, his head's all clear, all good, everything everything that I prayed for, everything my friends prayed for, it's just, we're so blessed. So.
Absolutely. Well, give him a virtual hug for me and gentle so it doesn't squish him in the wrong place. And take over yourself and just enjoy what you've accomplished already and just think about that for a few minutes.
Well, I pretty much, I don't really feel like it's me on anything except being willing, to just go through the doors that got open. So
Well,
I don't let it, I don't even think it's anything, basically it's all vanity. I feel like if I think I'm helpful, because I'm not.
no, but you can call it whatever you want, but if the doors are open and nobody goes through them, then nothing happens. So you're making things happen. That's
Well,
really
I'm
good.
thankful for that.
Yeah.
The God is opening some doors and he gave me the strength to go through them, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, good luck and let me know if you need more information or if you have questions. I'll be here.
I will. The movies until I find do you remember the title? Because I seen the full speech I sent.
No, there were whole bunches of things. There were
Okay, so
4 or
it's a
5.
couple emails.
Pardon me?
It was a few of them.
Yes. Yeah, just look at anything that you just got from me that's in your inbox.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm going down each one. You're a busy person.
I'm very
What's
busy.
going on there?
Yeah, it's gotten crazy, so I have to, but that's why I'm not volunteering to do all this stuff firsthand, but, yeah, I'm pretty busy, but it's worth it if we can fix this problem somewhat. At least in Idaho and get it going and, these things need to be deep six. I mean, there's no question about it. But, they're just killing people. You don't know that. And Clay sees it. And he said, I guess what it's gonna take is somebody really important to drop dead. It's like, that doesn't happen, but that may be what it is. And but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We hope not.
I mean, I've been talking to people at the senior center, and there's so many injured people.
Oh, yeah.
And people-
Always more people.
And still those, people like paramedics and stuff, they don't really know what these causes are. Oh, we get a lot of car wrecks.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
It is car wrecks, and it is motorcycle wrecks. They have cardiac arrest while they're driving.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
But nobody's gonna look at it.
No. an increase in 2022
I can tell you,
from car wrecks. I would love to know.
Yeah.
that.
well, actually, if you go to the Idaho World, they publish the calls, the emergency calls, and they write them down.
Where?
In the Idaho World newspaper,
Oh,
that's the Boise County newspaper. And all the sheriff calls are in there.
but how do we, I guess statistics show between 2020, 2021, or 2022. I believe that 2022 would have increased, because of the increase in all-cause
Sure.
mortality.
Sure.
That I wonder if we could find that on
I'm
the
sure,
national website of increased crashes, essentially.
yeah, look up the NTSB or something. National Transportation Safety Board.
Yeah,
They might have those stats.
yeah, maybe I'll do that. If I don't get it down before the Farm Bureau Insurance, I'm at least going to use his data and say, you know, the 500% increase in neurological disorders, the
Oh, yeah, he's got all that data.
300,000, he does all actuary information. So, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, and you
Better
know,
to have it in person.
right, and one thing that the Highwire does is after every, broadcast, they put out a newsletter with links to all the source data. So if you want to shoot me an email, I can see and I keep all those, of course. Because I make no pretense of my best. But anyway, if you send me an email to remind me, I can see if there's any links to that data, because he was on not too long ago. He was on the Highwire, Ed Dowd was.
Okay, and do you mean send you?
Just send me an email saying, go look at Highwire for Ed, I'm not at my house or computer. So just say, look for Ed Dowd, links in Highwire.
Okay,
That's enough. And then that'll remind me, and if I can find it, I will. And if I can't find it, I'll let you know.
okay.
Okay? Because it may be that data is somewhere, he's probably written it up somewhere. Oh, and he has his website.
Yeah,
P-
totality of evidence.
No, that's another guy. Oh my gosh, I just discovered that. He's so great. It's PHINANCE.
Oh, yeah.
Go there. I'll bet you he's got it. Yeah, it's finance with PH.
Yeah.
At .com, I think. So I'll bet you that would be the place, and look that up with Ed Dowd, and I'll bet you'll find it, and he's probably got the data posted. In fact, I'm sure he does. I think I remember him mentioning it now.
Yeah.
So he's making all his data transparent, so it's gonna be right there.
I appreciate it, Sharon.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, you just have a wonderful evening, and I hope, I hope that when, if we get on the, Boise County,
Yep.
Board of Commissioners to present, I hope that it is one in which you can get on with Zoom. I really hope that.
Yeah, they're trying to get the equipment. They're having Zoom problems.
Okay.
Yeah, so it may or may not happen, but at the very least, they are recording it, and I probably forget that. But just having you be there is going to be enough. So honestly, you're so good at this.
Oh, no. It's, well.
And if you've got your people, but that Zoom thing could be an issue, so it may be that they're going to have to pre-record it. So just something that you may want to ask the clerk about.
I will, and they may, it may be fixed by next month, so.
Maybe, don't count it, their IT guys apparently is really bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, worst case scenario, I can do it FaceTime on my phone.
There you go.
I have done that. I've
Okay.
done that where there was no option, and I just put it on speakerphone.
There you go.
And the crowd listened, and they had great questions, and, yeah, that was when we did the Washington County, Central Committee, and they passed the resolution that night.
Oh, wow. All right, well, let me know what you need me to do next. I think they're gonna come back from executive session. So.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the great news, and I will follow up this week.
Okay, and again, if you need me to resend anything or whatever, let me know. And if you can't find that finance.com stuff or whatever that it is, it's PHINANCE something. If you can't find it, I can try to look for it.
Oh, no problem. And I have used his data. I used it for the 18th meeting, so I have some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have some about disabilities, all-cause mortality, and hematological. And Dr. Cole sent me a sort of a printed out, something I could print out of the hematological disorders. But you know, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, there could be more. Maybe I need to say more.
Well, if you're trying to get it off the childhood schedule, you need to go after the kid data.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If that's one of your goals, then
Yeah, I wonder if Ed has.
he might. He's probably got it.
Children.
Yep. And you've also got vaxxed, unvaxxed from Brian Hooper.
Oh, no, I need to check that.
Yeah, because that will show, maybe not with the COVID shots, but with shots in general. And they'll go, well, this one's even worse than all the ones that they've been analyzed already. Because they've got the analysis, they've got it broken down by ages and all that stuff. And by
I
diseases.
should reach out and get Dr. Hooper.
Yeah,
If we could.
why not?
Okay.
Yeah, Children's Health Defense. He's awesome. He's really good. And he's got an injured kid severely. So he's gonna, he'll go for it. I'll bet if he's got the time. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah.
Much rather him tell the data than me.
Right, and he's got it. I mean, he's got all that data. They've done that work. So.
Okay, I will look that up. Maybe that's the direction we need to go.
Okay.
Okay, well, God bless you, and thank you so much for taking the time to call me tonight and tell me the good news.
Oh, you're welcome.
Advocating.
You are very welcome. I'm very happy with it. If it turns into something, I will just be ecstatic.
Me too. Even just getting out there and getting the word out there.
Yeah. And I got the feeling, yep, and I did get the feeling from Clay that he's just kind of waiting to get somebody else sort of with him. Because he's been swimming against the ocean for quite a while. So I think if you said, well, in contact Clay, and he says phone is better. Yes.
Contact him and see.
Yeah.
What does he think, could compel
Right.
the others to see the rest of the story? What is it?
Right.
What parts of the puzzle that they need to see?
Well, and I think that, because he was asking about what did Washington County say and what did Idaho County say. So I think if you, say, for example, would get one of your people from Washington County or Idaho County to call Clay, and they say, you know what, we can, yeah, I said we needed to have yeah.
I'll do that. You probably already have his number.
Well, you've got the numbers, I gave you all the contact info.
Okay.
All, yeah, so,
I'm still looking down here.
oh, that's okay.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, but I did send it, so it should be, that, that is in the same, all in one place. Okay?
Okay, well, thank you so much.
All right, good job.
Okay, God bless you, Elizabeth.
Same to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
There's kids out there.
Yeah. Pretty good what you're doing. She's really excited. Sorry to leave you, but
All right.
there was nothing else to do anyway. That's really great news, isn't it? And she knows all these people, and
Yeah.
she's not just naming all these, she's brainstorming a couple of ideas. Okay. Well, that's-
Praying for something.
an idea that there's a linchpin to get this competition going. When I was in sixth grade, I'm sure I told you this. Mr. Doran said when everybody passed the test, you know, get candy bars or whatever, so we all did that. And every once in a while, it happened that we actually got candy bars. But it was not easy to get the entire class to pass the test. But I think that kind of thing does inspire. He was one of my best teachers. He was awesome.
I think in the fifth, spelling test, the teacher sent me 100. And the students graded each other.
Oh,
So I think it might be
we didn't have that. Teacher did it. Well, this would be really good if this happens. I think the principal must be going in. I wish I had Gary's email address or phone number. Gary.
Oh,
I'm afraid Victoria might have the thing about Don computers. That isn't gonna happen to everybody. And he didn't have any more shots after 2020. Probably didn't. He could be worried about his kids or his family members now, which, I mean, is a valid concern if they're continuing to do this. You don't know whether your sister's doing this or not.
this is,
I don't know, he had to get to work. Remember, he was forced.
yeah.
Do they seem like they're doing pretty well?
Yeah.
I don't know much longer this is.
No prediction.
Very excited, I got to talk to two really good people today. Morris is very sharp, so he really picks up the numbers. Stuff that I don't remember. Just not a good pattern match. But I see his point. I mean, they're doing a lot of things all at once. It'd be hard to say, well, this is what worked, that's what worked. But sometimes it doesn't matter. If none of the things are causing trouble, you just keep doing them all. Unless the trouble that they're causing is creating just way too much work. He seems to be very worried about the impacts on the teaching staff. I don't know if he's, yeah, and I don't know if he's overly worried about it or if he's afraid that they've worked so hard to get some decent teachers in, he doesn't want to get alienated. as you figured out, Laura is super, super religious. Whatever it is that motivates people, it's fine with me as long as it motivates them to do good stuff.
She sure does good stuff. Really have a grace. Long, hard work. No. Boring.
Right? And she has an amazing group of people she wants. Just, I mean, you couldn't ask for better people than the ones she works with. Sasha, I mean, really? Peter McCullough, Ryan Cole. I mean, those people are just, and David Weissman, who I never understand, but I can see he's really smart. One of the references was that he did a public comment to the vaccine visa. And it had those 2 or 3 attachments that were really complicated. I guess they don't have anything controversial on this one. So.
What happens after this executive?
Well, they're going to talk about the head coach for cheerleading, in lieu transportation payments. I don't know what that means. That sounds like maybe flaky. Surplus and disposal of textbooks published prior to 2015. Those are probably the only good ones they got. So that might be interesting. I think they'll probably just, unfortunately, unless you want to sign up to talk.
I don't know. I'm on the phone.
Well, you have to sign up to talk before you go, and you can only say that you don't, that they answered your questions or whatever. You don't need to talk, but the strategy that I've learned that works is that you have to,
At what point in the agenda does the person come to
well, I think we actually missed that one, Chair.
So I don't know who's about, so the front part of the meeting, we're going to have to do something.
Right. So the public comment is about the scheduled matters, can be anything. So I'm not going to sit and argue about the process, because I don't understand it well enough.
No. I think the way it works is that it's a section on the agenda where public comment is before we go to trading in the books.
I do understand, I can understand English. I don't understand whether that is accurate or not. I don't know if there's another opportunity. But what I have seen on other meetings is you kind of have to sign up to talk before you know the information. Then, if you find out that the information is something you need to talk about, then you talk. But I don't know whether this new business is going to then be discussed and then moved over to old business next time. I don't know how they do that. We'll give it another, say, 5 minutes. Whatever. Stay, we have to stay. Right, that's boring. You have any thumbs for Twitter? Seems like there's a lot of discussion about behavior. the baby's not gonna be here, so that, you know, so that we can keep it transparent and get to know them. These people are so interested. I'm glad I was able to talk to Jason. I hate what they're trying to do, I just really hate it. It's so disgusting, despicable. You got a good thing going, why are you gonna wreck it up?
Well, we want to build up. Increase the density
But what good is that gonna do? Tax base or
of
something?
things and have a democratic population.
That's not a good thing.
Very, very good. When they buy into the population, it's just-
Well, some of them do, but like in the case of what I got from this conversation with Jason and Brad Pike is, he just kind of wants to be a boss. But he doesn't want to be a good boss necessarily. And the other guys are all in for the power and the money, probably they'll find a way to bring out money. Well, they just passed a raise for mayor and city council. Yeah, so it's pretty competitive, it's probably the best way to feel we can get.
I think I read the new mayor's pay is $85,000.
Right, which is more than the average person working in Eagle is gonna be making.
I think Jason has his own business.
Right.
Much
Well, yes, that's true. But if you were working for Joe Blow IT company, you probably wouldn't. Sure sounds like they have a new competent IT person. You could have fixed that. Or Wayne could have. Maybe we ought to suggest we get help from Wayne. But maybe Wayne has burned some bridges there.
It's not impossible.
Oh. I need to read the mention expectation. And if it doesn't, you know, if it's gonna be too late or too dark, just come home. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Did you read this?
No.
Read it.
Seems all right.
Serious discussions. Not a rumor. Well, what do you do? What do you want to do? Oh, you say. It's like we do traffic. Wow. He's pulling it. Oh, you should look out at these pictures. Got some cool pictures, like they got the class of 1970. Let's look at the pictures. Nobody's coming.
back in.
I don't know, you're right. No, I'm good with the picture.
Okay.
And then you Lisa Lilly.
Oh, you did?
Her name, like, name and her was Williamson, but she looks exactly the same, class of 2000 or 2001 or something.
Okay.
But it's really interesting because you can see how small these classes are, and then they're getting bigger and bigger. And that class in 1971, it's just like my class in 71. It's really interesting.
So you'll let me back in?
No. Yeah?
Pretty cool, those pictures.
Yeah. Such a like it.
Tony, how you doing? You good?
Where did Georgie? It is cold in here. The weather's changing. That's what's happening.
Change it fast.
It's changing real fast.
It was 31 degrees on the way to Idaho today this morning.
Really? I left all my windows open last night. Just because I'm in the habit, we live in a
Yep.
cabin, so it was so cold this morning. Oh my God.
Linda turned the heat on last night.
Did she?
Really? Come on.
See, I'm not ready to crank that on yet.
You got a big tank now.
Hey, you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, do I have a possible motion to follow executive session? Okay, motion died. Item 9, action items, new business. Discuss, do I have a motion to discuss and possibly approve the head coach for cheerleading for fall 2023-2024?
Madam Chair, I'd like to move that we approve Heather Kelly as the volunteer cheer head coach for 2023-2024.
Do I have a second?
Madam Chair, I will second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Item number 2, discuss and possibly approve in lieu of transportation payments. Do I have a motion to discuss and possibly approve in lieu of transportation payments?
I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I will, can we open this for discussion?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is regarding parents that have to take their kids to the games?
No.
No, just to bring them to schools. So we have three from Lowman and 2 from Garden Valley. They're just out of the busing areas. So we pay them per month.
Since we don't offer busing services for them.
Perfect. Madam Chair, I move that we approve the in lieu transportation payments.
Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Item number 3, do I have a motion to discuss and possibly approve the surplus and disposal of textbooks published prior to 2015?
So just to let you
Yeah,
know,
let's
fill you in a
open
little
this
bit of information on this. So we have a whole storage area that's full of textbooks that are anywhere from, 5 to 25, 30 years old. And it's just taking up space. There's no student information on there. There's nothing of the sort. We're looking at anything that's older than like 7 years old, older than 7 years, and taking that and allowing the library to look at it first. If the library wants to use some of these, allowing for the public to be able to come and pick through whatever they want, and whatever's left, then destroy.
I'd make a motion to get rid of all the new textbooks and bring all those textbooks back.
Uh-oh. Do we have a second?
You might get somebody to take you up on that.
Come on, Clay, here's your chance.
Back in my day, we used textbooks for
There might be a
25
kid at the
years.
school,
Yeah, we did.
picks up a textbook and it's got Clay Tucker's name in it. Definitely good. It'll be an old one.
But anyways, Madam Chair, I move that we approve the surplus and disposal of textbooks published prior to 2015 as per Pat's recommendation.
Okay, do I have a second?
Madam Chair, I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting's adjourned.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go watch some volleyball.
Yeah.
I guess we'll help with the chairs first. Can always do that.
Put the chairs up.
We're a fan club.